All right, so I'm back here with another video for y'all because this is a very important subject, and very relevant, to believer and non-believer alike, um, and it's of great importance to the kingdom. And this is about fornication and adultery, the great debate, and how some are saying, you know, adultery is worse and fornication is okay because you're not married. And well, that's not true. Just not true. Um, Adultery does carry a heavier penalty and is indeed worse. I must say that because of the hall of the promise, entering into a holy matrimony, which means, like union. And there's only two great offices, if you will, that God has allowed us to have, and that is the ministry and marriage. Those are the two things on earth that a man, comes out of himself and gives of himself either to a woman or to God. So, yes, by all means, both of those offices are sacred and shouldn't be broken, and definitely shouldn't be violated. Now, let me say this. Fornication is not legal by no means. Let's get that out of the way, because the way things are going in today's life, people somehow think it's okay to just run around and have sex with whoever you please, whenever you please, however you please. That's incorrect, and it's a violation. It's true, there's no commitment to one man or woman through a holy matrimony, but at the same time, God does not allow you to go around sticking everybody. You can't be doing that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Fornication is every bit as bad except for the vow. That's the only difference, is the vow. But no, y'all got this wrong. Y'all got this way twisted. God does not allow us to just go around and have sex with whoever we choose, whenever we choose, or however we choose. This is what caused this mess as it is. Sexuality is Satan's favorite sin because there's no faster way to trap a man or a woman than through sex and lust thereof. That's why in early Genesis we read that angels came down here, took up bodies, and took them a few wives and indulged, had some children. And this is how people like me were formed, which means, giants, because I'm a big boy. I'm 6 feet 7 inches and 307 pounds. But yeah, that's how we got to be so much bigger than you guys. And we know the normal height in the United States here is what, 5'9", and I'm 6 feet 7. That's how that happened. But getting back to it, adultery is one of the worst sins a person commit. Now look, I'm not judging. I'm not judging at all. Y'all know me, because Mr. Fornicator right here back in the day. I've slept with a lot of women, back in my time, and done a lot of cheating, and I was so guilty of it. But I thank God he lifted me from that, because, he brought me to this understanding. And now as I look back and know what I was doing, all I can do is ask for forgiveness every single day, because it was wrong. And man, let's get this out of the way too. God demands you be just as faithful to a girlfriend as he would a wife. Why? Because back in the days, you couldn't walk around screwing, in the way of fornication no more than you could adultery. You were looked down on just as bad, as being a fornicator as you was an adulterer. Back in, in the times of the Old Testament and in the times of Christ himself. This is why Joseph took Mary and refused to let her be made a public spectacle. So he said, I'm going to just go ahead and marry her because people, the story. They couldn't believe that she was pregnant, even though she hadn't had sex. That's the whole story of all this. That's another story. But anyway, Joseph took her for wife to keep her from that. But fellas, getting back to that, and ladies, y'all don't get a pass. You have to be faithful in relationships just as much as you have to be in marriage. I don't know if somebody's ever told you that, but it seems like people are trying to skip past that and dance around it these days because, everybody's doing it. Yeah, we preachers too. Everybody's doing it. And it's so easy. It's so easy nowadays. Oh, Lord, don't let me get started on that. But look here. Find your wife, get married, leave fornication alone, because you'll get in trouble. I don't know why y'all think only married people are going to get in trouble when they commit adultery. Fornicators, you're not off the hook. You ain't off the hook. It's like I told you, it's just as bad. The only difference is the vow. That's it. The vow. So, everybody, it's time to leave this porn, this OnlyFans, this Pornhub stuff. It's time to leave it and run to Christ because He's coming. And you won't have excuse, especially all those of you who've heard this. And as is written in Romans 3 chapter verses 10 through 17, I believe. You can look it up. There are none righteous, no, not one. There is none that seeketh after God, none that seek to do good. Go ahead and check it out. Romans 3 verses 10 through 18, I believe. Check it out. So, with that being said, I'm not judging, as I said and stated earlier, but I have to tell you these things because it seems like nobody's doing it. It's almost like the people who are supposed to tell you aren't telling you because they're doing it. So they letting it slide by. Nobody's telling you, and it's getting by. And it's gotten so out of hand, y'all. It's not even funny. Fornicate, this sex thing is way out of control, y'all. And I'm telling you, listen to old Rev one time. Run from it. Run from it. Find a wife. Seek after a husband. And that's another thing that's thrown off. And that's, Proverbs. That's got these women, with, chasing a husband, seeking a husband or whatever. The he who findeth a wife one, that's what I'm referring to. That is taken out of context so bad, y'all. There is nothing wrong with seeing some man that you like or are interested in and seeking after him. You might save his soul. He may be shy, hurt from past experience where he won't approach you. Of all the sin and disgrace in the world, you mean to tell me you're going to stick to that one? And I know you're guilty of so many more, so you're going to let he who find a wife keep you from getting married and seeking after a husband because you don't want to violate. That's not even a law. That's a proverb. But you'll violate every other code in there concerning these things. But women have made that the staple, like the first commandment, like, oh, don't chase a man, don't go after a man, he's supposed to go after you. And then you say, why? Everybody refers to that one proverb. There's no other passage in the Bible that says such. God will not condemn you. He will not hold that against you. If you find you a worthy man, or you see a worthy man, or come across a worthy man and go after him. Listen to Rev one time. If you see something you like, that men and women alike, go after it. leave fornication, forbid adultery. Don't do it, okay? Now, I'm getting up over 10 minutes. You know, I like to keep my videos under 10 minutes because it's so hard to keep y'all's attention these days. And a lot of times when you see a person talking, you go past it because you know he's going to talk your ears off. But just hang in there with me one time on this subject, you guys. And stop being so doggone nasty. Leave that stuff alone. If you want to be nasty, find a husband, find a wife. Then you can be as nasty, as dirty, and as kinky as you want, because your bodies belong to each other in marriage. It's all legal beagle, you know when it happens. So if you do not take my advice and you continue in this OnlyFans and these showing your boobies, your camel toe, and all that old stuff that's been going on now, you will be judged. Now, if you want to keep cheating, oh man, I gotta meet this girl on the south side, you will be judged. Ladies, I got this dude I met at such and such, and he gonna do this, so I'm gonna give him some. You will be judged. Fornication's not free, it's not legal, and you will not escape it. Okay? There, I said it. Now you know. Someone has finally said it. So, you can always check the Bible, or if you got any type of moral code left in your family or in this world, talk to one of the elders in your family. Somebody who knows what I'm talking about in this past. They'll tell you the same thing. Okay? So, get up out of here, y'all. I've said what I needed to say. You can fact check anything I said in the Holy Scriptures anytime you want. But again, there's none righteous. There's none that can judge. Let's leave it at that. Okay? One love, y'all. Peace. Get you a man. Get you a woman. I'm not kidding. Leave fornication alone. And if you got you one in marriage, you better not commit adultery. I don't care what you have to do. Chop your fingers off. Chop your wankers off. Chop your feet off. Do anything to stop yourself from committing adultery. I'm not kidding. I mean it. Stop it. All right, I'm out of here, y'all. Be good. Till next time.